Hey guys, Mike here. So today I'm here to talk to you about Hustlers. In this review I'll be going over a brief summary of the plot, my quick thoughts about the film and whether or not you guys should go and see it. So I'm going to try and keep this review spoiler free. However, if you don't know anything about the film and you want to go in completely blind, then it's just come back to this video once you've seen the film. So with that, let's get started, shall we?
You know, Tony wouldn't let this happen. I'm going to text him.
Who gave her phone back?
Jump it down, back it up, ooh, ayy, make that too, ayy.
So Hustler stars Constance Wu as Destiny. You may remember her from Crazy Rich Asians. The movie also stars Jennifer Lopez as Ramona. So Destiny starts working at the strip club as a way of supporting herself and her grandmother. However though, Destiny finds that she isn't really making all that much money at the strip club because she doesn't really know what she's doing, and plus the managers start taking bigger and bigger cuts of her money. That is until she meets Ramona, who pretty much takes her under her wing and shows her everything about the job and how to make the most money possible. And for a while this is working really well for them because most of their clientele were Wall Street bankers. This was until the big stock market crash of 2008, which put a lot of people out of work, so people stopped coming to the strip club. So because of this, Destiny and pretty much everyone else at the club had to try and find different jobs. That is until Destiny is greeted again by Ramona, who comes up to her with this plan of how to hustle the Wall Street bankers who pretty much ruined the country. And Ramona's plan was somewhere along the lines of get these men to talk to them, drug the men, steal all their money, and in the morning they'll either not remember, or when they actually ask for their money back, they'll say, well, you can't go to the police, what are you going to tell them? And so we have Hustlers. Now, I wasn't really all that interested to see Hustlers. The only reason I went to go see it was pretty much to go see a movie. However, before seeing Hustlers, I heard that it was getting fairly decent reviews, apparently there was Oscar buzz around it, so it did make me kind of intrigued to actually go see it. And realistically, going in with low expectations means I couldn't really be that disappointed with what I got. However, I found that I actually quite enjoyed this movie. Now first I want to address the Oscar buzz around this movie. First of all, I think the main one is the fact that people think that Jennifer Lopez should be getting an Oscar for her performance. Though I haven't really seen Jennifer Lopez in that many movies, so I can't really talk about her career as a whole, but in this movie, you know, she's quite good. And if she did get an Oscar nomination for this movie, you know, I wouldn't be too displeased about it because she was, you know, quite good in it. But I think to probably say that she should win an Oscar, I think is a bit much. I mean, I know we're quite early into the Oscar season, we haven't seen a lot of the contenders, but I think her performance is a little bit overhyped because it's this kind of mentor relationship with the main character that we've kind of seen in a lot in these movies. Though I must say that they did kind of change it up a bit from how I thought it was going to go, because at the start of the movie it did look like that Jennifer Lopez's character was quite jealous of Constance Wu's character. But thankfully they kind of steered away from all this kind of jealousy act and trying to screw her over and all that kind of stuff. And instead they just kind of kept the mentor-mentee relationship, which does evolve into them basically seeing each other as sisters. So in a nutshell, Jennifer Lopez is really good in this movie, but I think it's a bit of an over-exaggeration to say that she should be getting an Oscar for this performance. But as for the actual movie itself, you know, this is quite a really well-made movie, and it does balance kind of somewhat of a lot of genres as well. It's quite interesting, it's quite funny, the characters are fairly decently well-written, and for the most part, it does definitely keep your interest throughout the duration. And they did a really good job of making it not feel jarring, them constantly jumping backwards and forwards in time. And something I was actually kind of worried about with this movie was I thought they were going to try and make these main characters seem like heroes for doing what they did. You know, something along the lines of making it like, you know, girl power and sticking up to the man and, you know, sticking up to the men who wronged them. Because they did a really good job of showing both sides of the situation. Because you can argue that these men did ruin the country for a while. And yes, the money that is stolen from them, they will not miss in the slightest. However, on the flip side, these women have drugged these men and have stolen from them. And I thought it was really good that the movie just didn't lean too much into saying that these women were heroes for what they did. Because when it comes down to it, these women are criminals and they should be punished for what they did. Though I must say that Hustlers did kind of remind me of the first movie I ever reviewed, which was Molly's Game. I think it may have been the reason that these movies pretty much kind of have similar structures and they do have the kind of same feel to them. But honestly, if I had to choose between Hustlers and Molly's Game, I would actually probably choose Molly's Game because I just think it was a much more interesting movie. But still, that's not taking anything away from Hustlers. I just really enjoyed Molly's Game. Overall, guys, this movie was definitely better than I thought it was going to be. The acting's quite good, the story's interesting, it's quite funny, it has a lot of heartwarming moments, I guess you could say. It has a real camaraderie, family kind of feel to it. And, you know, it is quite interesting. I don't know if it should be getting all this Oscar buzz that I'm hearing. But, you know, if it does get some Oscar nominations, you know, good for the movie. But now, As for whether or not you guys should go and see it. Now, this is kind of a little bit of a tough one for me because I did quite enjoy this movie, but I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend that people should go out to the cinemas to go see this one, because there isn't a lot that needs to be experienced on a big screen. But, I mean, if you're quite interested by this movie and you do like the way it looks, you like Jennifer Lopez, you like Constance Wu, and you like pretty much most everyone else in the movie, I'd say, you know, give it a shot because it's definitely not a bad movie. But I wouldn't say it's all that great either. Okay guys, that's my review of Hustlers. If you've seen it, what did you think about it? And what's your favourite movie about strippers? Whatever it is, drop it in the comments below. And until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!